On the banks of the Ohio River in Tell City, Indiana, sits a bench and a bird bath along a quiet path. There's a picture, a simple inscription, a poem. It's a humble tribute to a hometown girl who left the small town behind.
She was just a spicy thing.
To make her mark in the Big Apple.
And she had so much zest for life, and that's what took her to New York.
Only to have her hopes, dreams, and her life cut short on 9/11.
She lived her dream to the fullest, and she paid dearly for that.
That morning in 2001, Stacy Peak was at work as a trader on the 105th floor of the World Trade Center. Stacy's niece, Missy Huber, was back in Tell City on her way to work when her mom called
and said that there was a fire in the building. Stacy thought everything was going to be fine.
Then another call a few minutes later.
The other plane had hit, the Pentagon and the other building, and that she thought I probably needed to come home. I knew it was just so bad. I had tried to call her on my way back, but of course she didn't answer.
Missy remembers her family huddled around the TV. Holding out hope for a miracle. But
when the buildings fell, there was just nothing left to really say, because we didn't know what to do.
20 years later, the pain and loss are still there.
This time of year, her birthday is September 4th, and we still, I still think about her a lot. I always think of how it would be if I could talk to her, because I had no siblings. She was 4 years ahead of me, and I always looked up to her. She was my mentor. I always wonder what she would say or think about things. Any kind of flag takes me back to 9/11. It's just that way, because that was just like the resemblance of it. Anytime I hear like the national anthem, that's what I think of, is her. It's hard to disassociate, because that's all I ever thought about was the ash and then her. I always thought that if they ever caught him, which they did, that would ease my pain.
On May 2nd, 2011, Missy got the news she'd been waiting for. The mastermind of 9/11 was shot and killed in Pakistan. Osama bin Laden, the man who caused the death of Stacy and thousands of other Americans, was dead himself.
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
But the feeling she'd hoped for never came.
But that really doesn't change things. It doesn't make you feel any better, because the person's still gone. Yeah. So life must go on.
Have you found peace with all of this?
Yeah, I'm not as angry as I once was. Time helps heal the edges of your broken heart.
It doesn't heal all of it.
No.
Explain that.
Well, your heart is still broken inside, and the edges kind of heal, but the middle is still broken. It's hard.
Still?
Sure. Because she should be here. No, she should still have been here with me.
At the top of a hill in Tell City is another, more private and personal memorial. It's a headstone placed next to Stacy's mother, Missy's grandmother. Although Stacy isn't there, it's where Missy feels close to her and comes to talk.
Because sometimes we can get busy with our lives and forget what's happened in the past and how fragile life is, how it can be taken away. So you just got to live each day at your best. Don't forget to say I love you.